Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for coming back on.
Hopefully it should work out this time.
Yes or no?
No, it's still frozen.
Yeah, it's
Oh
okay.
my
It's okay.
God.
Say I don't really mind about it. So, but is this time? Can you see my face, or is it just that frown again?
It's a weird expression again, but it's fine. I
It's
guess.
fine. It's fine. So I think let's just continue the quiz. Think of it
Are you
again
sure
as a
mobile data won't work? Like this
I
is
the previous thing I was doing on mobile data, and now I'm doing it on Wi-Fi.
okay. Did you restart your phone?
No,
Okay.
it's fine now.
Well,
It's okay. It is what it is.
it is what it is.
It
Yep.
is what it is. And my
Cool.
amazing service provider, of course.
Of
Okay, so
course.
guys, we're going to be doing a little quiz, and all
Yes,
of you
guys,
all.
please. This is gonna be really fun.
Oh,
And
will
I
it?
promise I don't know any of the answers or the questions. And yeah,
Or do
like
you?
even I'm gonna be taking part in this as a novice. So
Or are you?
I will. Don't lie, please.
Panastia, okay, sorry, you don't have any answers. I didn't send them to you at 5:45. Okay, guys.
No, you didn't. Listen, I'm not.
I did,
don't have
I did,
anything.
guys. Okay, so I have a couple of questions prepared. Shout out as soon as you know the answer. Otherwise, if you're not able to answer, I'll give you hints here and there. Okay? Okay, question one,
Yep.
and it's all stuff that you've heard of. It's nothing too unique. There's some random Latin term, some Sanskrit ka term which you haven't heard. Aisa kuch nahi hai. And a lot of it is related to topics we have been talking about today. Okay? So, okay,
Cool.
question one. Panasti, audio clip one after I read the question, okay?
All right, cool.
50 years ago, the musician Paul Horn was in India as a part of a sort of wellness program near the mountains. During this program, he met a group of people who would slightly inspire him to experiment and create a wonderful music album in a strange place. So you need to tell me who he met, and part two is where exactly did he record this album, which required special permissions to be taken. Okay? And I'll
Okay.
just repeat the question, and then Parithti can play the audio clip. Paul Horn, 50 years ago, he came to India as a part of a sort of wellness program. He met some people there who inspired him to create a very interesting music album, which is very unique. And you listen to it and you'll know why. So, who did Paul Horn meet in India? And where exactly was this album recorded? Which required special permissions to be taken. Guys, two parts to this question. Listen to the audio clip. And listen carefully. It can give you hints as to what sort of a location, then you can take a guess. Play away.
Okay, I'm gonna play it now.
Yo. Perfect. Yeah, good.
Okay,
So,
that's
guys,
fine.
while Panasti is playing it, you can take your guesses. I need two parts for this. Where was this recorded, and who inspired this guy called Paul Horn to create this music more than 50 years ago? Guys, I don't think we're getting any answers. Anyone wants to try? Guys, we'll have to waste this question.
Okay, does anybody want to attempt this?
Is
Does
this
anyone know?
okay? I'll give you a hint. So this musician met a group of people, and that group consisted of 4 people.
Okay, did he meet
So-
the Beatles?
Yes, this is the Beatles. So Paul Horn met the Beatles when they were in the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi's Transcendental
Oh.
Meditation Camp in Rishikesh, as Torkal Sujay
Rishikesh.
gets correctly. It was exactly there where he met them. So the people he met are the Beatles. So Arjo 4796 guesses Taj Mahal for the place. Arjo, why do you say Taj Mahal, and how could anyone record music in the Taj Mahal? You want to tell us more about that? So Babla Black Sheep also says Taj Mahal. So guys, why? Why would you record? What's so great about the Taj Mahal? And where in the Taj Mahal? I asked you for where exactly. So where in the Taj Mahal, if you're saying Taj Mahal, I'm not saying it's correct. No.
Or is it inside the Taj Mahal?
What do you mean inside? Be more specific. Inside is the
Where
entire
the tomb
complex.
is. Where the tomb is.
Yes, yes, yes. This is
Oh wow, did
indeed.
they actually?
This album was recorded by Paul Horn inside the tomb or the mausoleum of Taj Mahal in 1968. And the album is called Inside. It has around 10 tracks. All of them are really haunting and soulful melodies, which you should definitely listen to. And you can hear the reverberation and echo in the music when you listen to
I
it.
think it's because of maybe the marble and all of that.
Yes, the marble.
acoustics just sort of-
And an incident that happened there interestingly with him while he was recording this album, and he's a flautist, so this was a flute solo. A lot of this is a flute solo. A guard there came to him and said, "What are you doing?" And he told him to get out. But Paul Horn said he had the permissions. The guard said, "No, I don't care, you get out." But the guard listened to the music for 20-25 seconds, and he was so enthralled, enamored, and enraptured by the music that he said, "Okay, so you can record here. Your music is just so amazing." And this is one of the
It
few
is,
times
yeah.
where people have got permission to record inside the Taj Mahal. I don't know of any others. So that's a story for you guys. Inspired by the Beatles, went to the Taj Mahal. Okay. Question number
Next,
2.
please.
Yeah. Question number 2, guys. Again, pay attention to the keywords in this question. Very workable, no obscure answer. Very famous answer. In 1831, a certain man called George was searching for a smart mathematician with a specialization in trigonometry. So he chose a 19-year-old boy who then went on in the next 15-20 years to make a name for himself and become more famous. And his most proud moment, this young boy's proud moment, came in 1852 when he compiled data from 6 different observations near Darjeeling and came up with a particular figure. So what did this young 19-year-old boy do? Look at the fact that he's a mathematician, it's trigonometry, near Darjeeling, 6 different observations, maybe 6 different ways of looking at something. Then he finally arrived and said, okay, this is the exact figure. What did this 19-year-old boy do? Arjo, don't answer if you're about to.
Is
Guys?
this related to the Dev Patel movie?
No, this is not anything to do with the movie. Blah, blah, Black Sheep says Ramanujan. No, that's not correct. So this figure is a very famous figure in terms of, I'm going to say, okay, it's geography. Something to do with geography. It's not anything Ramanujan number, no constant, Planck constant, nothing like that. Look at the fact that when you're in Darjeeling and you're looking at things, what could you be looking at from Darjeeling? What do you see from Darjeeling?
The ice, the hills.
Okay, go on. And what could you be calculating then? And notice that I've said George and I've not given you a full name, nor have I given you the name of this mathematician in case somebody
Is it
Googles.
the height of Mount Everest?
So what is the surname of George if that's your answer?
That I don't know. I just figured that.
Well,
one
you've got
part
it
of
correct. You got it correct. This is Radhanath Sikdar, the famous mathematician from Bengal, and it is he who calculated the height of Mount Everest in 1852. And
Oh.
George is the name, and George Everest is the full name of the guy I blanked out. It's him after whom Mount Everest is named. Megha Shah gets a good guess. Guys, very good guesses.
Yeah.
Kanchenjunga. Okay, I think I'm seeing the answers late. I don't know, is that happening? Because people seem to be answering.
Yeah, I think they came. I think people are googling or something, guys.
So this is not the
Cheated.
height. This is not the height of Kanchenjunga. This is the height of Mount Everest, which at that time was known as Peak 15, Peak XV in Roman numerals. So Radhanath Sikdar was one of the most brilliant mathematicians of the time, especially in India. And of course, he wasn't recognized as usual by the British, and that's why most people don't know of him unless you dig a little deeper into the history of Mount Everest. He calculated the height.
Right.
And I have another follow-up
Okay.
question for this, an interesting follow-up. So Andrew Waugh, the Surveyor General of India, why did he add a few feet to the height calculated by Sikdar? Sikdar calculated the height to be 29,000 feet. But Andrew Waugh said, for a very silly reason, that okay, no, I'm going to add a few feet to this number. Why did he add those few feet? It's nothing, you don't need any knowledge of Everest whatsoever to get this.
Did he account for melted ice or something?
So Arjo 4796 says it's a story about how they rounded off the number. Arjo, what do you mean?
Oh,
So you mean to say if I write 29,000 feet, people would say, "Acha, kuch bhi bol diya. 29,000 is too convenient a number." Are you saying that's the answer? And of course, you are saying that, I know, and that is the correct answer. Andrew Waugh said
Okay.
this is not going to be that believable if we just tried 29,000. So he added a couple of feet to it. Since then,
Oh,
of
to
course,
just make
the
it
amount,
sound a little.
yeah,
Mhm.
to sound believable. Now, imagine if I told
Right.
you something had a temperature or a height of 50,000 degrees or 100,000 degrees. The first thing in your mind would be, okay, stop lying. Tell me the exact number. So
Exactly. Yeah.
that is
yeah.
why that is why he added that. Another for
That's
the
interesting.
science geeks here. Another frequently unanswered question here. Around the 1930s, Radhanath Sikdar is said to have been one of only 2 Indians to have read what groundbreaking work of science at that time. So Arju, again, don't answer.
50.
So around the 1830s, this very groundbreaking work of science was said to have been read only by 2 Indians at the time in the 1830s. This is one of the most famous works of science in history. And it's not an ancient work, that's a hint I'll give you. So don't think of Socrates, Aristotle, Eratosthenes. Think of the timeline 1200 to, of course, 1800, which is this most famous work by a very famous mathematician and a scientist. Very, very famous.
Is it some theorems or something like that?
Okay, I need the name of the book. So, okay, still if you can give me the
It's a
name of the
book.
person, you can guess whatever you guys want. Only one of 2 Indians to have read this
pretty
work
blank.
in the 1830s. Guys, anyone can answer. If anyone knows, even Arjo, you can attempt it. This work is between 1500 to 1700. I'll narrow it down further. This is a very, very famous work of science and mathematics. And its title was not in English.
Oh,
But you can give me
okay.
the English title.
I think you should tell us the answer now.
Okay, so guys, I'll give you the answer. Okay, take a guess for the scientist. Just name the most famous scientist you think in the world. When you say ना ये इसको बहुत science आता है, ये तो अपने आप को dash समझता है. It's one is Einstein, but
Einstein.
before Einstein, which is the one you think of? That's the
Newton?
name. Yes. This is Newton.
Isaac Newton.
Yeah. So Arjo 4796 gets it as expected. This is Isaac
Yeah,
Newton's
Principia.
absolutely groundbreaking scientific work, Principia Mathematica. The full name is Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica. So Radhanath Sikdar, as a young 20-year-old, read this book. And compared to the fact that Newton was, of course, a genius in his own time, Radhanath Sikdar must have been really, really, really smart.
Yeah.
So good answer by
Wow,
Arjo,
yeah.
and well worked out by you, Manasi, as well.
Great.
You said Newton. Jagjit Chandra
Yeah.
Bose, timeline a little off, but good guess, of course. All right. So, okay, another question I have now. Question
Yes,
number 3. We've done the Everest and Radhanath questions. Question number 3. Which art, and art is in quotes here because you don't define what art is for me. Which art is said to have reached its peak during the wars of the Chola dynasty, where the various parties at war refined the skills and techniques associated with this art and tried to unite them into one single form. Soon it also started to become part of the education and curriculum of youngsters in that area. Which is this art? So think about the fact that war is going on. What art might you require? And then think of the area it's in. Arjo, don't answer again, I must say, because he'll know all of this. So the hint I can give you is, if I tell you the name of this art form, it is likely that you will, at least us here in North India, will only know one person who practices this art.
Okay, that's interesting. Is it no South India?
Panisi,
Yes.
I think we're getting answers late. I don't know. I have this feeling.
Could be.
Because we're getting some guesses that. Okay, no. Some people are answering.
Yeah, Mega, I didn't pay that much attention in school. Same here.
That's okay, Megha. Now you don't need to pay attention in school. ये सब इतना पढ़ाया नहीं था, I think. But now you can get motivated to learn more. Seat back upright. Sakshi joins us again. Sakshi, hi. We're doing a series of questions. Try and answer them if you can. I'll repeat the question, guys, because I haven't got an answer yet. Which art is said to have reached its peak during the wars of the Chola dynasty, where it was taught to students, it was standardized, and thus it became a part of the education of youngsters? And we know this practitioner of art, we know only one famous person who practices this art. And guys, think about the fact that the war is going on. Why you may not need paintings and sculpture. Why would you need that to be practiced? That's not the need of the
Is it
hour, right?
something related to camouflage or something?
No, not camouflage.
Okay,
So
I don't know
when
why.
I say art, it's a dash art. I've not given that blank up first because that would be a
Right.
giveaway.
Oh, the seatback upright says
No,
Tanjore.
Tanjore,
Is it
Sakshi, not Tanjore. This is not, okay guys, this is not anything to do with paintings or sculpture. Imagine
Right.
the war scenario. You need to prepare everyone for the war. And then you say, okay, this is this art you're going to learn. It's very prominent in South India as well. It involves jumping around as well. That's another hint I'll give it to you. And this one person who you would associate with it is fit as hell. So that's
Guerrilla.
another hint. Tokal Sujay,
Warfare.
martial. What do you mean martial? What martial? What does that mean?
martial
We-
arts?
But which martial art if you're saying martial art? Look at the area. Mega Shah 95's cousin gets it right. This is Kalare Pattu. Excellent answer by
Wow.
whoever your cousin is. Well done. And Sakshi, of course, gets it. Nice. Well done, guys. This is Kalare Pattu.
Okay, that was pretty tough. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. This is a little tough if you don't know this. Kalaria Pattam or Kalaria Pattu, both are acceptable. And who is this one practitioner that all of us in North India will know? This guy who's fit as hell and he's a very avid following on social media. He's a commando, some might say. So, who is this guy?
Sonu Sood?
No, not exactly.
No.
This is another guy. This is a guy called. I'm going to close it, guys. If anyone doesn't have any answer. Who is this practitioner? We all know this guy only for his action movies. I'll give another.
Oh,
Not
Akshay
Akshay Kumar.
Kumar.
No,
Okay.
not really. Akshay Kumar, he might practice it, but this is not the most famous person who practices Kalaripattu. Most famous one is another person. And the hint I'll give you is a villain from the movie Thus. Now you'll have to get.
Oh wait, who's the villain in the movie? Oh no.
Now, if you know the movie Thus, just give me the name. You'll still get your points.
I can't remember who the villain is. Now I can visual.
Yeah, we've got it. We've got the answer. Who is going to get
Yeah.
it? This is with your Jamwal.
Right.
Yes, Kajbo also gets it. This is Vidya Jamwal, who practices, very famously practices Kalaripattu, has some pretty
Wow.
amazing videos of him practicing it. So Kalaripattu is a very ancient martial art, but it was said to have reached its peak during this time. Because of course you
I
don't
think
require...
everyone's on their toes. At least I am. Like I just want to answer everything.
So Arjun796 only got it because he's a huge fan of the movie Thus. He says, Zahid Khan is my inspiration. And I don't know why he thinks that, but he has got it anyway. Sakshi, my video is not on because of this calamity that I have been faced with called Airtel. My mobile data is Airtel, my Wi-Fi is Airtel.
Yeah.
Airtel occupies my screen time, Airtel occupies my email time, Airtel occupies my dreams, rather nightmares. So that's the tragedy. So it's become a semi-podcast, sadly.
We tried like multiple times, but we've
Yeah.
just accepted this. So
We tried too many times.
yep.
Arjo796 says, love the film, of course. It was released when you were about 50 years old. Okay, question number
next
4.
one.
Question number 4. Audio club number 2 after this, okay? When I see this is an audio question,
Yep.
guys. Robert Clive was a much loved or hated figure in Indian history, depending on what side you're on, where you stand. He was accused of looting India, causing wars, toppling thrones, and of course, not a biggie, just and causing the death of some millions of people because of his role in the Bengal famine. Nothing much. So when he was accused of corruption also in England, he was accused of taking almost £500,000 from India. And he said the following sentence when he was said, Robert Clive, you have looted the country. He said, sir, I am astonished at my own moderation. So imagine this guy. He said, but I didn't
Wow.
take anything. He said that. So now with this amazingly important information, I need the name of Robert Clive's tortoise. So that's the
Huh?
question. Anything I've said before doesn't matter. You need to tell me the name of Robert Clive's tortoise. Guys, please don't Google. It connects to a school of Hindu philosophy as well as a music track, as well as a pretty neat Indian fusion band which was formed in 2004. So Clive's tortoise, who was said to have been 250 years old when he died a couple of years ago, connects to a school of Hindu philosophy as well as an Indian band formed in 2004. Please play the clip.
This is such a weird. Okay. Everyone get that?
Keep playing. It's fine. It's a good song. Rose Guttu gets it again. This is an amazing answer. On fire. This is Advaita. This is the band called Advaita, which has sung some really crazy tunes. And again, not a lot of
That was
people in
the
India
name.
listen to them. You should definitely listen to them. With Parikrama,
That was the name of
Advaita.
Robert Clive's tortoise.
That was the name of Robert Clive's tortoise. What do you think? It would be some Ethel, Midge, or George, or Mr. Brown, or something. He was named by Indians.
Wow.
And yes, so that was the connect. Advaita, a school of Hindu philosophy, of course, talks about the supreme being in a philosophy called the Atman, the oneness of humanity and the supreme being. That's the Hindu philosophy connect. And this is the band called Advaita, whose song you just heard right now.
This was a very interesting question. Very misleading in the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. That's the fun part.
Right.
Okay, last two questions. The
Yes.
second last question is this. Hint is current affairs. Arjo 4796, are you related? Is this nepotism? Am I related to Robert Clive or Advaita the tortoise? So it could be offensive either way, so clarify that. So yeah, I am related to Advaita the tortoise, in fact. He's my
Yeah, I was
second
gonna say that.
cousin. He's my second cousin twice removed.
Hmm.
Okay, question number 5. When this gentleman died in 1902, he left behind a large sum of money for the following purpose, in his own words: to promote leadership marked by public spirit and good character, and to render war impossible by promoting friendship between the great powers. So this is what he said. This is what he wanted his money to be used for. And thus this money has since then been used to give deserving folks the opportunity to enrich themselves at a certain institution where this gentleman has been associated with. He wanted people to visit that institution and see what things were like there. And thus he left money for this purpose. Just tell me the name of this person. That's all I
Oh,
need.
I think I know this.
No. Let others guess this if you got it.
Okay.
Because I think you do know it. You're so confident.
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah.
Or this
If
could
no
be
one gets it, I'll answer.
guys, take this away. I read a line. This guy wanted to promote leadership marked by public spirit, good character. So he died in 1902 and he left a large sum of money to be used for this purpose. So Arju has given us a
Yes.
hint. Deadline July 31st.
Good to get it.
He's
It's
given
Alfred.
us it's not Alfred Nobel.
It's not. Oh.
No, wait, you were thinking that?
Yeah. Oh my
No,
God. Thank God.
I was just about to say maybe you have misplaced confidence, and I was right.
Oh
But no
God.
worries.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Alfred Nobel is quite a good guess, honestly, as well as Rose Guttu. But this is not Alfred Nobel, though the Nobel Prizes have a cash grant, but there is no institution related to that Nobel Prize. This guy
Right,
was
yeah.
clearly associated with a famous institution, and thus he wanted that money to be used to take people to that institution. And the hint is current affairs, guys. Current affairs.
Current affairs. Okay. Was this person Indian? I think
Not
it's
Indian. This person is not Indian. And another hint I'll give you is this guy is. It's very ironic that this guy is talking about peace and fostering cooperation, because this guy is considered one of the worst people to live.
Oh.
So again,
I know.
okay. For those who didn't get the question, guys, I said this guy left behind a large sum of money for worthy people to be taken to an institution where he attended. And to this regard, he left money when he died in 1902. Just give me his name. He is very much in the news for all the wrong reasons. And you might not know his first name. That's another hint. In fact, most of you will not know his first name. And it has a very, obviously, a special connect to India and a lot of other countries. This is
Is
died
it,
in 1902. I just need a
is
surname.
it
here.
Paul Horn?
Paul Horn, no, that's not him. Paul Horn recorded an album in the 60s, no. It's a famous grant. I'd say it's a grant. And if I tell you his alma mater, then you will get it. So I don't want to say that, but I will give that hint in the next 10 seconds if you guys don't get it. Think about famous grants to famous institutions. Which is the most famous one that you as an Indian would know? Let me put it that way. Very prestigious.
I feel like I know it, but I can't.
Go for it. It's fine. You can't be that.
No, but I can't. I think I know it, but
Okay,
I can't
okay,
sort of
that
get
way.
the name.
Guys,
Yeah.
anyone else wants to guess this?
Guys, someone
Person
guessed it.
died in 1902, and that institution is in Western Europe, somewhere. And when I'm saying institution, I mean it is an institution. It's not a random quote unquote. Harvard is not correct, but you're on a Bunny Call 66 gets it. This is Rhodes.
Oh, Rhodes.
This is the guy who started the Rhodes Scholarship, Cecil Rhodes, who said to have been
Oh,
the
wow.
biggest advocate of African expansionism. He wanted Britain and the other Western European countries to conquer Africa, divide Africa, as they called it, the carving up of the continent. So he's considered one of the most racist people, and of course, with today's brigade campaigning for a statue to be destroyed. If you guys, that's the current affairs connect. They want Cecil Rhodes' statues to be demolished and destroyed. That is, the Rhodes Scholarship was named after Cecil Rhodes, who left a certain amount of money to be used to grant students, deserving students, admission to Oxford University, which is the alma mater that I'm talking about. So well done, whoever Bunny Call.
That was
Well
a pretty
done.
tough one.
Very
yeah,
good
whoever
answer.
called it, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Cecil Rhodes. I was about to give a hint of the film director Cecil DeMille, but I don't think many people would have heard of that. So I didn't do
Yeah,
that.
no.
Anyway, excellent. My last question. All right. In a certain.
Oh no, are we ceasing the last question?
Yes, we're on the last
Do
question.
you
I
have
think
any
we'll-
more?
I don't think I have any more, but if Arju wants to ask some questions, you can ask some questions, and if anyone else wants to do that, you guys can as well. Okay, last question.
Yeah, why not?
In a certain region of Western India, this three-word phrase is used while performing a popular mid-August activity. It is used to convey victory over the opponent. So, what is this phrase? A three-word
Where is it?
phrase in Western India, somewhere. I'm not telling you where, but when I say even if you get it, don't guess it because you are more likely to know it because you're from that part.
That's true. Yep. Okay.
It's a three-word phrase. It came into popular consciousness 7 years ago, exactly 7 years ago. Okay, first think of activities that happen in mid-August. A popular activity that happens in mid-August, and what do you do that results in victory over an opponent? India question, nothing to do with abroad.
Someone said Har Har Mahadev. Is that correct?
Not exactly, no. Good guess, good guess. Three-word phrase. So guys, I'll give you another hint. So that's why Panisthy you can't answer. And this region of Western India is Gujarat. A three-word phrase used in Gujarat to convey victory over the opponent while performing a mid-August activity. What are famous activities you perform in middle of August? Exactly the middle of August.
Oh,
If you get it, don't say it. The activity you can say. Yeah. Phrase if you have, then Panisthy don't say it yet.
okay. I'm not sure if I know it, but maybe.
But okay,
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
What happens in mid-August? So Thokal Sujay he says Kaipoche. So Thokal Sujay, what is the activity we're talking about in mid-August? What is this activity? Could it be something to do with Independence Day?
It is, right? I was thinking of Independence Day.
But what do you do during Independence Day? Most famously, except the parades,
Kite flying.
you fly kites. Exactly.
So kite poche in
So
Gujarati means
when you cut
right.
the opponent's kite during the Independence Day celebrations, you cut the kite, cut the manja. What is it you say? The three-word phrase
Right.
"kai poche" is used to convey victory, and that phrase means "I have cut" in Gujarati.
Oh, right. Yeah, I have got you.
So yes, Arjo, this was a tribute question in memory of Sushant Singh Rajput, who passed away yesterday, very sadly.
Mm.
This was one of his most amazing movies, exactly 7 years ago. He's done movies after that, but this is something that has stuck with me even after that.
Yeah.
So this it was
That's
indeed
really beautiful.
yeah, this was a tribute
It
question.
is.
This is how we
Yeah.
get his lovely movie cut. So we've been talking a lot about mental health awareness. So I think
Yeah,
that
we
there is
have.
no important time than this to discuss that.
That's true. Yeah.
Really good stuff you guys are doing. Very important.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So those were
Okay.
my questions. If anyone has to ask anything,
Yay.
if anyone wants to say anything, you want to ask
If
me.
anyone has
or-
any questions for Akul about Turio or if there's anything else, guys, please ask. Now we have a bit of time since this is our second part. So, and yeah, and I want to ask you a question. So,
Sure.
you're the chief creative officer of Turio,
Hmm.
and in your role, what would you say is the what have you envisioned for the future of Turio and how you guys are going to move forward after this? Like, do you guys have something related to virtual reality or something coming up? Have you thought about some other things like that? Is something I want to know. Like, how is this going to affect your?
Of course, this has affected us because we cannot do any new science right now. But yes, we are exploring virtual reality as another alternative. For now, even if you go
Right.
alone, you'll have everything with you. You won't need anything else. You can take the app, download it, explore. Very moderately
Yeah, I
priced
think that's really
tools
great.
like
I
that.
mean, instead of
Yeah.
solo traveler, you don't need to interact with anybody.
No,
It's
you
really
don't.
safe in these times as well because you just
So
plug in a
for the
earphone.
future, we're planning. Hopefully, we'll go to a few sites abroad. Hopefully, we'll do a few more sites in India, and especially lesser explored places. I mean, Taj Mahal, everyone knows, but the triangle, Golden Triangle of India, Jaipur, Agra, and Delhi, we all know.
Agra, that-
But the south, the northeast, Bengal, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, that is so unexplored yet.
So, especially the northeast of India.
Especially the northeast. Northeast people don't know. If you ask them कितने states हैं नहीं तो एक दो ही है क्या है ऐसा क्या है? So we don't know much, and which is quite shameful. But even if
Yeah,
there's
it
always
is.
time
And
to learn.
one of the most beautiful states of our country. I would
Arunachal,
say.
exactly.
Yeah.
So Megha Shah's asked a question: who flies kites on Independence Day? Megha, a lot of people fly kites on Independence Day. Try it in Bombay. I think if you from Bombay, you have a lot
Well,
of
shouldn't.
big
I
terraces.
mean, kite flying is not good for the birds. So, I mean,
मैं
Probably
kite question से पतंग आ चुका हूँ.
wow,
Said
that's a
that.
very bad pun. I laughed only out of.
Sure you did.
Of
Alright,
course.
so
Okay, so
Parisi, I thought you were
Ashok
supposed to
was
prepare some
asking-
questions.
No, wait, hold on.
Useless you
Kashmir,
are.
do you come from a creative background?
What is a creative background? I've never understood. Okay, TKT, explain to me what is a creative background.
I mean, just sort of exposed to the creative arts, exposed to anything related to that.
No, not really. I
mean,
just grown up appreciating the arts. See, I can't sing, I can't draw, I can't paint, I can't dance. And that gave me an idea that even if I can't do it myself, let me try and appreciate it. So I tried doing that and that worked out.
That's great. Okay.
That's basically
That's
it.
good
You don't
answer.
have to be exposed to the creative arts to know more about art and culture. That is for sure.
Yeah, that's
So you
that's
just need to
true,
be
of
aware
course.
about it.
Yeah.
Similarly, there's actually an interesting point here. People say you need to travel the world. You have these people who explore the world, wanderlust. You know, if to travel is to live. I say that's not really necessary. If you travel, great, but it's fine even if you don't. You can learn so many things sitting at home. If you
That's
read, if
true,
you talk
and
to people,
especially
it's
now
fine.
with so much access to technology.
Precisely.
And you just like click on Google, just type whatever you want, and with Street View and things like that, you can literally be in a place from your house. You can
Exactly.
explore like the streets of a city. I mean, there's so much that technology can do.
You don't have to be there.
Yeah.
For example,
That's
this Instagram lives are so common and popular nowadays. I mean, this one is frozen again. Podcast like for the 10th time I'm saying this, but otherwise it's pretty fun.
This is what makes it stand out. Okay.
It's interesting. Right now, I'm imagining everyone looking at my frozen face, and I can see my face moving. So that makes it a little
Yeah,
better,
but,
not
like,
much.
we cannot see anything. It's just I'm just talking to a rotating circle. So yeah,
Did he just assume my shape?
I don't body shame anybody. So
Somebody said that Percy, you're very woke. Are you very
Yes.
woke? What do you mean by woke? How are you woke?
I think that was Megha. Yeah, that was Megha. I don't think I'm completely woke yet, but woke in a sense means to be a little bit more aware about issues that about about okay,
Yeah, of
a little
course.
bit more about issues related to climate change, animal welfare, and just things that are happening around the world related to the environment. At least that's
Yeah.
my definition of being woke.
That's a pretty
So, yeah.
decent definition. So at least it doesn't involve virtue signaling, which is something I really appreciate. If you're doing something for the environment and talking about it, that's pretty great.
Yeah, we really
That
wish to sort of
being woke reminded me of a hashtag on Twitter. I don't know if I've shared that with a couple of people. The hashtag on Twitter, people were trending this, believe me. It was hashtag boycott Twitter. People are trending that hashtag on Twitter. So can you imagine how dumb you have to be to trend that hashtag? Is huge army of Twitter Pulton warriors, they're trending this hashtag and think it's going to make a difference. That gave me a few chuckles for Saturday night. That was pretty
But that's
funny. I
not
thought I'd share
compared
this.
to what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because being woke is something that's, I think, important. Even if you don't
Not
see
really,
it as being
not
woke.
no.
But I think
Being
everybody should
woke, being woke can be completely negative as well. And being woke is often also used in a negative context. So I don't know. Depends
But
on
I
how
mean,
you
that's
see
what I said.
guess.
It doesn't have to mean being woke, but just
Yeah.
in general, being conscious of our carbon footprint, just about how we impact the earth, I think is very important. So that's just
I'd say
something.
basically just practicing what you preach. That is what I would condense it into.
Yeah,
Not saying look at the
that's also.
environment, look at this, that, look at the litter, and at the right hand you have a Starbucks cup with a straw in it, and you chuck it and say, "Oh, I do so much for the environment." That's basically
Not.
that doesn't work.
Yeah, that's not being woke.
That's not being woke.
So,
That's being a dope.
yeah.
Okay, so I think Dandi, thank you. So sweet. We'll do a video call later. You can see my decent face after that. I won't be too pompous about that.
I mean, that's still overstretching a bit, Mamta Vora. So,
Yeah. I mean, we still have some people commenting irrelevant things, but anyway, we've had a lot of
Yep.
good comments today. We had a good audience.
yeah,
Well
it's
answered,
a great
everyone.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you so much, Akul, for being here, for giving us your time and your frozen face. And I think, you know what, this reminds me, you are related to the tortoise because you haven't moved in like an hour
Exactly.
or now. So, yeah, I think
have.
that,
So
I
I've been
mean,
moving around. I've been dancing. I've been making funny faces. I've been making fun of you by making silly faces, but you just don't know that
right.
because you didn't see me.
And what if your internet just came on like for a
That I
second
know.
and it just started
That is always the fear.
huge gamble.
It's like when you fart loudly in a room which is very noisy, and suddenly everyone goes silent, and then you fart. It's the same thing. I say it wasn't
Okay, we're
me,
not.
Raju. Yeah.
Okay, so sorry guys, but okay, this is really fun. I'm sure everybody's had a great laugh. And yeah, namaste. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you, Akul, for giving us your time and such interesting trivia. I'm sure everyone's going to be super excited about history, or at least a little bit more excited than they were, I guess. I hope. And if you guys have any sort of questions about the app, about Turi, about history, you can just DM them and they will get back to you. And if you guys have any questions with the Creator Toli, please let us know. And do sign up on our website. It's completely free. Keep collaborating, keep connecting, and guys, Junoon, passion, that's what keeps people going.
And somebody was
So,
asking when our
yeah.
next session is. Turio's next session probably in 3-4 days. Let's see how it goes. And that time I
Yes,
hope to
guys,
have
tune in for
unfrozen by
those as
then.
well.
I hope the
Yeah,
global government of
hopefully.
Airtel will affect me and unfreeze me for the first time in its miserable life. Let me dash out
Right.
another mail that will make absolutely no difference whatsoever. Let's see how it goes. Guys,
Right.
join
So
us, do
yeah,
follow us as well.
yes, do follow Turio as well, and keep follow them for updates about their app and when the iOS version releases as well. And
Yes.
yeah, guys, just enjoy, have fun, and we'll see you
Rishi,
again on
hi.
Thursday.
My cousin Rishi is here. Wow, so nice to see him. He's from America. So he must be
Oh
woke.
wow, hi. Great
Rishi,
joke.
so nice to see you. Okay, thank you so much, guys.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. And our next live is on Thursday. We have a product designer called Sugandh Kumar coming in. He is the co-founder of Studio Objectory.
Does he
So
smell
yeah, please
nice?
stay tuned for that. I hope so. But
Sugandh.
not that it matters because we are all apart and this is a virtual thing. So,
Wow.
and
Woke.
yeah. And yeah, so guys, see you guys on Thursday.